Yeah, welcome to Sidebar Convo, where the real talk happens on the side.
What's going on to all my investors and self out there? Thank y'all for coming through, man, tuning in to another great episode of that Sidebar Convo radio show for today, for another beautiful Friday. Thank y'all for coming through on this Friday morning and tuning in to a great show, a great breakdown of the new episode for the Entrepreneur Conversation that's going to be dropping Monday morning, and we're going to be talking about entrepreneur ego, and that's entrepreneur ego. So today's breakdown is titled, "Is your ego pushing you to win or quietly holding you back?" So before we jump into the breakdown, you know what time it is. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. You subscribing to the Invest Media YouTube channel, because guess what, guys? We are dropping great content each and every week. I definitely don't want y'all to miss out. So that's why it's important for you to hit on that notification bell and hit all, so you can be notified when new episodes drop of that Sidebar Convo radio show, and also when a new episode drop on for that entrepreneur conversation, so you definitely won't miss out when anything that drops here on the Invest Media channel. And also, man, invest in hitting that like button. It's free to invest in hitting that like button. And also go over to investbrand.com. That's investbrand.com. Sign up on our emailing list. Spin a wheel, get a discount, and when the official site is dropped, you can use that discount on your entire order. So definitely don't want to miss out on that at all, guys. Very important. But I don't want to hold you guys too long. We're gonna get into this breakdown for today. Like I said, today's title for the breakdown is your ego pushing you to win or quietly holding you back? Because you got to understand, guys, as entrepreneurs, right, we have egos. All entrepreneurs have egos. Human beings, we all have egos. But it's the people, it's how you use your ego, right? If you are an entrepreneur that's using your ego to your best benefit, or is your ego, or you becoming your ego, you allowing your ego to hold you back. You know, your ego is becoming your downfall as an entrepreneur. So it all depends on how you are using your ego as an entrepreneur. You know, some people use it in a good way, and some people use their ego in a bad way that's causing them their downfall while they on an entrepreneurial journey, or it's stopping you from even getting started as an entrepreneur because of you allowing your ego to get the best of you, right? But I'm gonna use this time, you know, as this breakdown to give you a couple ways on how to use your ego in a good way, and how your ego can be a danger to you as an entrepreneur. But the first thing is, your ego can be fuel for you as an entrepreneur. And you ask, okay, how can I use my ego, or turn my ego into fuel that's going to help me, right? So the first thing is, ego can be the spark that makes someone finally bet on themselves, right? And that's very important, because at the end of the day, if you want to win in life, you have to bet on yourself. And this can be the spark that you need, you know, using your ego to help you come to the realization, only way I'm going to win is betting on myself, or only way that I'm going to become financially secure, or I'm going to be happy with how I set up my life and what have you, or what I got going on, is when I finally bet on myself. And if that's when you can use your ego to your best benefit to be able to get you going with the idea of betting on yourself, right? And another thing is, it creates the confidence to launch before everything is perfect, right? And sometimes we need that, because we let fear stop us from launching, because we feel like things is not perfect. We don't have everything that we need. We don't have the capital. We don't have this, and we don't have that. But your ego that you do have, you can use that to help you build your confidence up, telling yourself that I can do this. What I got right now is perfect for me to start. I can win with what I got, right? So that right there creates the confidence that you need to be able to launch, get out there, get seen, right? That's all that matters. You taking that step forward so people can know who you are as an entrepreneur. People know that you have something that they can benefit off of. So you got to have that confidence to get up and launch your idea or your business, whatever you got. And another thing is sometimes that inner voice saying, I got this, is necessary, because that can help you get started, right? That definitely can help you get out of the park, right? That can help you finally come to the conclusion to bet on yourself, right? That can help you finally take that step forward to launch, get that confidence that you need to launch out of park, to show people who you are, to put your idea out there, to just get out there in general so you can be seen, right? So sometimes you need that inner voice, that ego telling you, I got this. Is very necessary, right? Because that's like hyping yourself up. That's building your confidence up as an entrepreneur. And another thing is, in the beginning, belief is everything. You gotta believe, right? Belief is everything. If you don't believe in yourself, who's going to believe in you, right? If you waiting for somebody to believe in you, or you wait for somebody to tell you that they believe in you, believe in your idea and what have you, right? You waiting, that's the wrong way to go about it, right? So belief is everything. You definitely have to believe in yourself as an entrepreneur, especially at the beginning, because the beginning part of entrepreneurship is the most important part, because that's the time that you're going to use to start building your foundation around your idea, right? That's when you're going to start building on your why, right? That's the time where you are building trust so people can gravitate towards you. See, that the beginning phases of entrepreneurship is the time that you need to start working on your idea. This is the time, is the most important time, because now you are building around the idea that you have created to build a business on, or what have you. So you definitely, it's very important, right? So a little ego helps you start when fear says wait. Let me say it again. A little ego helps you start when fear says wait. And that's a lot of times, we allow fear to stop us. We allow fear to set us back. But a little ego of yours telling you, I got this, can supersede the little voice of fear telling you to wait, right? Because sometimes we allow fear to outweigh the ability that we have, right? But that little ego telling you, I got this, could be all you need to get you going. It's all you need to help you build that confidence up that you need to get started, right? So it's very important to understand that you can use the little ego that you have to be the fuel that you need to get going, to start betting on yourself, start changing your environment, right? Start decorating your life, start doing the things that you need to do to start seeing the results, start building the life that you see yourself living, right? So it's very important to understand that. Now, the other side of it, of an entrepreneur that has an ego but it's starting to become a danger to them, right? So ego becomes dangerous, right, when you stop listening. Let me say it again. Your ego becomes dangerous when you stop listening, right? So the first thing is, problems start when entrepreneurs stop taking advice, right? Let me say it again. Problems start when entrepreneurs stop taking advice. And that's the thing about it, guys. You don't want to stop taking advice from people who already been there and done it as an entrepreneur, people that's successful as an entrepreneur, people that can show you how to get going, how to build your foundation, how to put a system together, giving you advice all through your entrepreneur journey, right? Especially people that already done it, people that's successful. You have entrepreneurs that's retired, but they can still show you, and they still up to date to show you things that you need, right? As an entrepreneur, give you advice that you need, right? No, you don't want to take advice from people that never build a successful business, a successful brand, or anything. But you don't want to stop listening to the people that can help you, right? People that already been through the grind, people already been through the hiccups, the bumps in the road. So you don't want to stop taking advice from people that can help you, especially the people that want to see you win as an entrepreneur, want to see you on their level and what have you. So don't stop taking advice from people who already been here, who have the track record of success as an entrepreneur, right? And another thing is ignoring customers, mentors, or the market feedback can definitely hurt your growth, right, as an entrepreneur, right? And especially ignoring, customers. Customer feedback is everything, because customer feedback definitely telling you what you might need to implement, something that they might need, something that is missing that you can add and can take your idea or your product or your services to the next level. So customer feedback is everything. That's why you have a lot of business have surveys for customers or reviews. Can I get a feedback, questionnaire, whatever you label it as, whatever you have, you have email, follow-up emails, making sure the customer is happy with what they receive or happy with their services. So customer feedback is definitely everything, because that's like a community of people, especially your recurring customers. That's a community of people that's going to help you build your product, build better product, better services, and what have you. And mentors is definitely there to help you, right? You don't want to ignore a mentor that you brought on board to help you out, because if you have a mentor that's already certified in the field of entrepreneurship, this mentor going to help you along the way, right? It's going to make sure you avoid the pitfalls and hurdles as much as you can, right? So mentors can help you, even your mentors can help you grow faster than a person that really don't have a mentor, a person that really don't have direction, what have you. A mentor can help you get that direction for your idea, for your business faster. So you definitely don't want to start ignoring your mentor, right? And also market feedback. You definitely want to make sure you know what's going on within the market, because the market going to tell you everything. They're going to tell you what's in demand, what people are looking for, what people are asking about. So you definitely want to watch the market, right? You don't want to ignore the market, because if you're producing something that's not in high demand or something that is not a solution to people problems and what have you, then you're going to have services that's no one is ever going to request, and you're going to have product that no one really want to buy, or product that people really don't need, and what have you, and services too. So you don't want to ignore those things, customer, mentors, and market feedback. Definitely don't want to do that. And another thing is ego can make people think they're above learning. Let me say that again. Ego can make people think they're above learning. Like I tell people, as you are living and you are getting older each year, you're never going to stop learning, right? The day you stop learning is the day life going to start standing still for you. You're going to go from living to surviving. So as an entrepreneur, it don't matter how seasoned you are, how many years of you being as an entrepreneur, it don't matter how successful you are as an entrepreneur, you're going to always learn, right? Because depending on what you're doing as an entrepreneur, you might have to learn a new skill set, right? Because this is what is trending right now. This is what's in high demand. You might have to add a new service, and you have to learn about that service before adding it. You might have to go to a seminar. I know depending on what you're doing, like say for instance, you have a mobile cleaning business. You might go to another city to a seminar where they might have new equipment, new procedures, new type of services that you can add to clean the cars even quicker and make it look even better, right? So it's things you're going to do as an entrepreneur that you're going to keep on learning, because you have to innovate your business. You have to take your business to the next level, right? So you don't want to stop learning. The more you learn as an entrepreneur, the more you're going to grow. And the more you grow, your business going to have longevity. People going to always be recurring customers, because they're going to like what you have to offer, because you are staying ahead of the curve, right? You have that edge about you as an entrepreneur that keeps you above your competition, right? So that's what's very important, guys, man. Never stop learning. Don't think you above learning. No one's bigger than the program. No one's bigger than the program. And the people that you seen that thought they was bigger than the program, they're not around no more. Their businesses failed, right? Their brands died off, right? So you don't want to be in that same category of them people. So you don't want to stop learning, guys. And another thing is the smartest founders stay open, right? Let me say that again. The smartest founders stay open. And that's the thing about it. Just like I said, when you are investing in your growth as an entrepreneur, you invested in continue to learn new things, you are investing in becoming the best that you can be, you're going to always stay open for business, right? You are always going to be around because, like I said, the founders of their ideas, their business, they're not around no more because they failed themselves. They failed to grow. They failed to do the things that they need to do to continue to have longevity as an entrepreneur, right? So you can use, like I said, you can always use your ego as fuel when you use it in a way that's going to benefit you, that's going to help you out as an entrepreneur. But if you're allowing your ego to get the best of you, right, that's a dangerous game because now your ego going to work against you, right? Your ego is going to be the opposite of helping you build as an entrepreneur or gain more confidence as an entrepreneur. It's going to work against you, and it's going to potentially be your downfall as an entrepreneur. So the thing about it is ego can delay the pivot, right? Understand that. Let me say that again. Your ego can delay the pivot. And what I mean by that, some people stay stuck because they don't want to admit something isn't working, right? And a lot of time, like I said, that's an ego that an entrepreneur had because at the end of the day, guys, we don't, yes, we may not like the fact that people are talking about our services or business, what have you. We might not like the critique that our business or ideas or services are getting, or you getting critiqued as a entrepreneur, but you cannot allow that your ego to delay your pivot. You take the critique, the feedback, you take that to help you pivot into a better position. Use that to help you pivot into growth as an entrepreneur, right? So don't stay stuck because somebody is critiquing you as an entrepreneur, critiquing you and what have you, because I understand we all human. We don't like people. We like to hear people praise us more than people critique us, but use the critique to help build you as an entrepreneur, build your product, your services, whatever you have to offer, right? Another thing is pride can make you keep pushing the wrong plan, right? And that's the thing. Like I said, a lot of entrepreneurs businesses fail because of pride, right? Because they got married with this idea, steady listening to what the people within their community wanted, within their community wanted them to produce or wanted to see and what have you. They kept pushing the wrong plan because they didn't have an idea. They never had any feedback. They never took feedback into consideration. Feedback from their customer, feedback. They never looked at the market. They didn't take feedback from a mentor, take advice from somebody that already been there. So don't let pride continue to have you push the wrong plan, right? Because you're going to eventually push yourself out of business, right? Pivoting is not failure, it's strategy. All entrepreneurs at one point had a pivot, right? There's nothing wrong with pivot because everything is not going to work. Everything, that's why people have plan A, plan B, plan C. Sometimes you have to pivot to plan B because plan A didn't work, right? So it's nothing wrong with it. You're not failing. You just pivoted to a different strategy that may be better than the one that you have, right? That's smart. That's been smart as an entrepreneur because you want to make sure you are doing the things that are going to work with you, not against you. So you definitely understand that, man. There's nothing wrong with pivoting. Pivoting is not failure. So don't look at you have to pivot as failure, because it's not, guys. And entrepreneurs must adjust fast. That's the thing about it. Depending on what you're doing as an entrepreneur, you might have to adjust fast, right? Because you don't have time to take off. You don't have time to think about it. You might have to come up with a solution fast, and you might have to adjust to accordingly to what's going on. You might have to adjust to what the market is asking for, right? You might have to adjust to what a trend that is going on right now. You might have to adjust because of the old way of doing things as an entrepreneur is out. You might have to adjust to the new things that you might have to pivot to as an entrepreneur, so you can continue to have longevity as an entrepreneur, right? And another thing is, before we end this episode, is confident builds, ego performs. Let me say it again. Confident builds, ego perform. So confidence is secure and calm. Ego often needs validation and attention. Let me say it again. Confidence is secure and calm. Ego often needs validation and attention. So you can tell a person that's full of ego, especially when they need validation and attention on everything that they do. You know, you have a lot of people online. Look at me, look what I'm doing. Look at this, look at that, right? So they seeking that validation, and that at the same time they want that attention from people, right? But when you confident, you in the background, you building, you secure about what you got, right? You calm about it, because once you launch it, it's going to hit, right? So you don't need validation on what you got, because you already secure and calm as an entrepreneur, right? Confident entrepreneurs focus on results, and that's one big thing. Results and execution is big as an entrepreneur. Once you master the art of results, producing results, and executing, you're going to have longevity as an entrepreneur, right? Ego-driven entrepreneurs focus on appearances. Let me say it again. Ego-driven entrepreneurs focus on appearances. So appearances don't matter if you're not producing it as an entrepreneur, right? You're not executing, you're not producing results as an entrepreneur. Appearances don't matter. Appearances come and go, but results and execution gonna last forever, right? So let me leave you with this one thing, right? One builds legacy, the other builds image. Let me say it again. One builds legacy, right? And the other builds image. So guys, don't let your ego be the reason that you're not growing as an entrepreneur, right? You got to understand this one thing, right? You can't use your ego to your best benefit, but don't allow your ego become the person or the entrepreneur that you didn't want to become, right? Don't allow your ego to take control of you. So be in control of your ego, and not your ego in control of you, right? So I'm gonna ask you this one question: is your ego helping your vision or hurting your growth? Let me say it again. Let me ask you that again. Is your ego helping your vision or hurting your growth? So once again, man, thank y'all guys for coming through for another good episode of the Sidebar Convo radio show. Hopefully y'all had a great cocktail. Y'all enjoyed y'all drink. Hopefully, man, I left y'all tipsy with another great episode for today, getting y'all ready for Monday morning episode of the Entrepreneur Conversation, guys. But before you leave, make sure you hit that subscribe button to the Invest Media YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell and hit all. Also, you can be notified when a new episode drop for both shows, and also hit on that like button, man. It's free to invest in hitting on that like button, to investing in hitting on that like button, guys. Yup. But other than that, man, enjoy y'all drinks, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed y'all drinks. Thank y'all, man, for showing up for the Sidebar Convo radio show. Yup.